This is an odd question. Can dogs be racist? Now, it's part of a KVJ Court email that we got here today, and hopefully we can solve this issue. And I don't know, because can you actually do a poll with dogs and ask them?
You can't.
Yeah, I was going to say, so how do you even get a definitive answer? I guess
you can't.
We'll need a little bit of feedback here. But this email says, I am black and my wife is white. Her sister got this new dog and it is racist. Her sister brought the dog to a party at our place last weekend. 3 times I had to intervene because this dog was barking at guests. Well, guess what? They were all black. I told my wife that her sister's dog cannot come over anymore because it is racist.
I agree.
She said the dog won't come over simply because it was barking at our guests, but race had nothing to do with it. When I told her I have seen it before, she thought it was all in my head. But I have several family members that also believe some dogs are racist. Am I right, or is my wife right?
If you've seen this dog be racist and he's not barking at the white people, he's only barking at the black people, then yeah, this is a racist dog and we don't want to bring this dog to the party.
Well, you could also have a different gender. You could have maybe because I have seen that.
Dogs will bark at men, not women,
yes,
or the opposite.
When I was younger, we had a stray, and it probably had been abused by men because as men came up, it was very scared. We're like, what's going on? We didn't know the history of this dog, but we knew that my dad had seen the owners. They came to try to take the dog back, and my dad's like, He sized him up, and the dog started crying and whimpering and peed on the ground, and my dad's like, you're not getting anywhere near this dog.
Good for your dad.
Yeah, that's the one thing. He will stand up for dogs' rights.
Good.
Yeah.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, and now that could have been just because, but that dog was always a little bit, shy of men.
It had baggage.
It did. It brought baggage.
This dog could have baggage too.
Yeah, maybe.
Anything is possible. You don't know because you can't ask the dog. Yeah. But if you're bringing a dog into an environment and it's scaring all the humans, then you got to remove that dog from the environment.
It just seems like a wild concept to me. And unless it's something where maybe it had a bad experience and it's just doing some kind of association, I would not think that a dog just naturally, for whatever reason, would be that. And typically when we see people that are humans that are racist, it's because of conditioning that they have gotten from another human. I would not think that dogs would be doing that kind of conditioning to that.
Anything's possible.
Okay. Well, that is kind of their debate, and I will let the people sound off here because I do not know of it. I've been around dogs a lot, but...
We protect the timid dog. We protect the scared dog.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We don't necessarily allow the aggressive dog around scared people or timid people.
Right.
We don't let aggressive animals, period, come at our guests, black or white.
And that's not even the question. That dog is not going to come around. The question is whether or not dogs can be racist. That's now what the disagreement is.
Maybe this dog is.
I will get to the actual polling that we have right now. But some people in some of the comments that we have on YouTube on KVJ TV, one person said, OMG, my dog was. I had a black dog and he would bark at the black people. I get so embarrassed. RIP to my crazy dog. Now, another person said, my dog was racist against black people as well, and we showed him in a mirror what he looked like, and he started barking at himself because he was also black. What?
You self-loathing dog.
Now, one comment says, dogs are not racist. The problem is dogs are colorblind. They only see gray and dark gray. When they can't make out the dark gray, they freak out because they sense something is there, but they can't see it. Huh. Interesting. Now, to me, what I would see is that dogs may have a preference. To me, I would think that dogs are more likely to be sexist than they are to be racist, only because I had a dog that was, and I didn't blame her because I think she was abused by her first male owner.
And it's what they grew up around, too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And Allison said, yeah, one of our dogs was sexist. He came from a puppy mill, and he didn't like men. So, yeah, that makes sense to me. And Ashley is on here from Pompano Beach, 877-979-WRMF. And you had a dog that had definite preferences as well, right?
Yeah, so I actually have 2 dogs. One of them was a neighbor's dog who showed up at our house, and he was abused. He showed up at our house a little over a year ago, and he was abused, and he's absolutely terrified of men. He won't even, just just 2 days ago, my dad came out. She's okay with my dad being in his room in his bed because my dad is disabled, so he doesn't get up very often. But the other day when my dad came out to the living room, he growled at him and jumped away. He was terrified.
Interesting.
And then I have another dog who when I got her, she was about 4 months old. She didn't have any training. She was neglected. She didn't even know her name. And she just hates all men. But I did find a workaround was that when it came to her, she basically has to be around a man a long time or for a few months at a time to be able to gain their trust.
Yeah.
To be able to like them or smell them on me. Like my boyfriend, she had never met him before, but I always smelled like him from when I hung out at his house.
Okay.
And when he met her the first time, she automatically loved him.
Familiarity and trust.
Yeah.
Is in what it takes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And look, I guess, hey, as humans too, if we've had a bad experience with somebody, fair or foul, you will sometimes be skittish or hold an opinion of something. You almost group them up saying, okay, wait, one person of this grouping could be men, women, could be a color and ethnicity, could be somebody likes the New York Jets. And, you're just
it's done to self-protect.
Yeah, right. And so maybe dogs have that ability as well, and maybe you can see it in some. Now, I asked the question of KVJ TV, and it's a 60-40 split, but 60% of people saying that, yeah, some dogs are racist. And I guess maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's an experience that they have had. But, yeah, I did not even think that was a thing.
So when you paper train them, you also got to do sensitivity training.
I guess so, yes.
It's going to be a little more difficult. Good luck.